You're listening to a podcast by the Perennial Leader Project. Welcome to another episode of Dying Every Day, Stoicism in a Year. We have made it to day 91, and we're exploring a well-known passage from Seneca on the shortness of life. Before we get started, a quick note. If you enjoy these meditations and would like to become a Perennial Meditations member, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps keep this podcast ad-free along with others. I've created a few options to do so. One is you can become a member at $5 a month or $39 for the year. If that sounds a bit out of reach, I also created a 50% discount link that you can use. And finally, if you can't afford it and you'd like to become a member, no worries. There's a complimentary membership link. You'll find these in the email transcript that goes out at Perennial Meditations on Substack. And I'll also put them in the show notes. All right, without any further delay, let's get started. In a letter to a friend, Seneca explained, quote, "Most of mankind, Paulinus, complains about nature's meanness because our allotted span of life is so short, and because this stretch of time that is given to us runs its course so quickly, so rapidly, so much so that, with very few exceptions, life leaves the rest of us in the lurch just when we're getting ready to live. It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Life is long enough, and it's been given to us in generous measure for accomplishing the greatest things, if the whole of it is well invested. But when life is squandered through soft and careless living, and when it's spent on no worthwhile pursuit, death finally presses, and we realize that the life which we didn't notice passing has passed away." Unquote. And this passage is adapted from Seneca's On the Shortness of Life. How do you think about life? Do you agree with Seneca? Is life long enough? Interestingly, learning how to live requires an understanding of time. It calls us to recognize that we are in a river of time. Life moves forward, whether we want it to or not. The question is how to live our lives. What does it actually mean to use our time and life wisely? Likewise, as Seneca stressed, what does it mean to, quote, squander our time carelessly? In his classic work, Meditations on Death, the Catholic theologian Thomas A. Kempis noted, quote, "Your time here is short, very short. Take another look at the way in which you spend it. Here man is today. Tomorrow he is lost to view. And once a man is out of sight, it's not long before he passes out of mind. If you aren't fit to face death today, it's very unlikely you will be by tomorrow. Besides, tomorrow is an uncertain quantity. You have no guarantee that there will be any tomorrow." Unquote. The point of these types of meditations or insights is to wake us up to the reality of death and the precious nature of life. As a daily exercise, I invite you to consider reflecting or journaling on what it means to live well. You might ask yourself, what does it mean to focus one's life on what truly matters? Or, how can I remember to guard and protect my most precious commodity, time? Thank you for listening to Dying Every Day, Stoicism in a Year. I hope you found something useful for daily life. If you enjoy what we're doing here and want to support the project, consider becoming a Perennial Meditations member. And finally, as always, I urge you to put what you heard into practice. Until next time, be wise and be well.